Lukau, and many of you remember Pastor Alph Lukau, who is involved in the saga of Elliot Masango, and now we hear that the name that was last known was what's his name? Thabiso Mlanje. So this is the story that is developing. This has happened this afternoon, and we are still following the story to find out who is the person that has been arrested in this whole story, in this whole saga. What I can tell you from this point in time, there's been information that has been violed to us, and I'm going to read the just points of the story that was given to us by Times Live, and they can confirm that 2 people have been arrested in connection with Pastor Alph Lukau's case, and these 2 people are going to appear in Johannesburg Magistrate Court on this on the charges of fraud, and these charges have been laid by 3 people, or 3 entities, or 3 complainants. The first one being the funeral parlor that was involved in this case. In this case, it was Kings and Queens funeral parlor and Black Phoenix, and the other funeral parlor that was not mentioned. So these are the people that have laid charges against the Pastor Alph Lukau, and so this has been confirmed by the NPA spokesperson, Miss Pindilo Jonondwane, and also with the captain of the police, Mr. Mavela Masonto. He has also confirmed that this thing has happened. Mind you, they were investigating this case after it came to attention that they needed to act swiftly. But the challenge that people were facing was on what charge were they going to lay was going to be laid by the police. But these people are going to answer for themselves, and they have not been named, the names of the people. Probably the reason why they have not been named, because here in South Africa there is so much issue of mob justice, and if people who are staying, whether they are staying be it in a high density suburb, people will turn out to go and do mob justice, or damage their property, or do funny things to their families. So this has been the story, and what I can confirm to you is I spoke also to the on the case to the employer of the guy whom we now know that is dead, Thabiso Mlanje, who was in Zimbabwe by the time of his death. I spoke to Vincent Amoretti, who was the employer of these guys. So he said he cannot confirm that this person who was in that picture that we saw circulating on social media, that it was indeed Brighton Moyo. So we do not know whether this is true, that this guy indeed died, because people here, they can come here and use different names, and by so doing, that poses a serious challenge to the law enforcement agencies to really find out the real name of the person, because now this person has got about 3 names that we now know: Elliot Masango, and Brighton Moyo, and also now Thabiso Mlanje. So this is also one of the things that we have also found out, and I'm trying also to find out the people who have been involved in this case. If you recall, the people that might have been arrested, if you remember, there's a lady who was in that video who said she was the landlady to Elliot Masango, as we knew him then. And then there was also another lady who said she was the mother, and there is another gentleman, an elder gentleman, who said he was the brother to Alph Lukau. and not to Alph Lukau, to Elliot Moyo, Elliot Masango. Then I beg your pardon. Then we later found out that these guys were not related to the men in question. I have tried to contact the church. I've gone there to the church myself to really find out the truth, or to get questions on who has been arrested. Is it the members of their church? Nobody has given me any green light. I tried to call them. I tried even to get a word from them. Nobody was willing to talk to me. So this has been the story, ladies and gentlemen, or all our viewers and our listeners on ZimEye. We are trying to follow the story. Once we find out the court date, and we get that, we are going to follow the story and find out who is the person and who are the people that are involved in this matter. As I did an expose on my other channel, you recall I was talking about that there has not been pictures, and then the pictures were later provided of the deceased. But what we do not know at this point in time is, was it the real person whom were shown in those pictures? But also there's also a thing that we should also look into, is that on the issue of Elliot, we had found out also that in his real name he was Tabiso Mlanje, and also we found out that his parents were also deceased. So those people who posed as the parents are not the real parents of that guy. So this is the story. Tell me what you think. I'm hearing Mandlovu saying akajikiswa, and they also need to arrest the singer who was saying rise up Lazarus, and some people are saying the other guy, Brenda Amarach Benu, saying akampa poison, and Lukau must tell us Rakaitika thought he's dead. Go ask Lukau. I've done that. And Brenda Akaturera, our fellow brother Mlanji. If you have any story, you can actually contact us on ZimEye. Can someone educate me on the law? Pastor Lukau is charged for what here? That is also what we are trying to find out, because what charge is he going to be charged with? Because he has the charges that have been laid against him here is fraud, because trying maybe to mislead people. So this is the charge that we have been told. So this is the story that we are here having at the moment. We'll give you further details once the court date has been given to us. Still trying to get to the authorities to find out on the date and the times, so that we can attend the court session and get to know what is really happening and what are the charges that have been laid against these individuals who have been arrested today and have been confirmed by the National Prosecuting Authority of South Africa. So I would like to thank you all, our viewers and our listeners on ZimEye TV, and please stay tuned to this channel, as we are going to keep on giving you more information on what is really happening, and we promise you that once we get to the bottom of this, we will update you on what is really happening. But in the meantime, please stay tuned to ZimEye TV for the breaking and latest news, and I will give you all the information that you need to know. But until then, you can also subscribe to my channel, which is JCTV Zimbabwe. I've done a video there, and I also post something here on ZimEye. But in the meantime, please, thank you, and stay tuned to ZimEye TV, and have a good night.